Hey guys, what's up and welcome to a new Tesla update video. So I'm recording this video a little bit early before the market actually closes because I'm unable to record it as the market closes today, unfortunately. So I'm gonna give you guys a bit of an early preview thoughts, whatever, as to what I'm seeing at the very moment. So Tesla's actually up 4%, by the way. So it's a pretty interesting day. The market actually opened up a little bit weak. It was strong yesterday, then it opened weak because the job report data came out. It was higher than expected, which is good for the economy long term because it means the economy is recovering, all that stuff. But it's bad short term because that means that technically, in theory, it gives the Fed more room to increase rates. The tapering will be less severe, if you will, because the economy is stronger. So the economy essentially can take a bit of a hit, if you will, because it's so strong, apparently, and recovering, et cetera, et cetera. So that ended up being bad news for growth stocks because interest rates, of course, being increased is bad for growth stocks. And then apparently out of nowhere, the market just started to rally. Slowly throughout the morning, a little bit, you can see here, right, throughout the indices as well. Start off a little bit weak, especially in the indices. As you can see, yeah, we fell pretty hard in the indices here. And then it's like, yoink, and then we just started kind of rallying up, which is pretty interesting to see. It's a little surprising. I didn't think this would happen, in all honesty, but I mean, it is what it is. So Tesla currently sitting at about 922, 923, currently in overbought territory, so it is going to pull back to at least like this, maybe, at least 918 here, maybe all the way down to like 913, and then we'll see how it reacts there intraday. But taking a look at just the actual chart itself, right, so let's take this off for now. So let's take a look at the 4 hour. So essentially what we're looking at is, again, as usual, the same story, right? We are still within this channel that we want to break out of. We're keep trying it and testing it and keep getting rejected. And I think it's just a matter of time until we break out, like I mentioned. Now, the one thing everyone's looking at, including myself, is still, of course, this gap fill around this 850 level, which has so far not been a gap filled. And it seems like it doesn't want to either, which is the interesting part. So that's the part that's definitely, I'm eyeballing still, but it's looking less and less likely we're going to be filling it anytime soon, if in theory ever. Don't forget, guys, gap fills they don't always get filled. I do think this one will eventually get filled. This one's pretty high up here. But gap fills, like a gap won't always get filled. It's a misconception. It's an extremely high chance it'll get filled. Like literally like a 90% chance it'll probably get filled. But it's not 100%. The odds are just severely in your favor, but it's not 100%. Nothing in the market is ever 100%, including a gap fill, whether it's from a gap up or a gap down. So keep that in mind, guys. In theory, there is technically a possibility we will never fill this gap ever again, and you'll never see Tesla back at 840, 850 ever again. That is, in theory, possible. Is it likely? I don't think so. But it is also possible. So keep that in mind. So essentially what we want to see by the end of the day today in terms of the close is on the 4 hour, if we can close above at least like 925, that's starting to look promising. And on the daily, if we can close pretty much around that 925, 930 level, and especially somewhere around 940, that's looking promising for next week. Again, like I said, usually, not always, Mondays tend to be follow through of Fridays. So Friday's a gray green day. Mondays usually, again, not always, but usually tend to follow through on that, and also are a replication, if you will, of Friday. So it'll be a green day on Friday, on Monday as well. If Fridays are pretty bloody, Mondays are usually pretty bloody as well, and then Tuesdays are usually the flip of Mondays. Again, that's just like a general thing. It's not always like that, but it's pretty common, in my opinion, at least. So essentially what we want to be seeing on Tesla is that play out. So we also have, if you look at, like, let's say the 30 minutes, a bit easier to see. We do have a little bit of a inverse head and shoulders pattern, right? Shoulder, head, and this is essentially the shoulder right here. Now, it falling over here temporarily, gap filling, and then rising up really fast would have been, in my opinion, the perfect head and shoulders inverse setup. But nonetheless, this is still an inverse head and shoulders for sure. It's just this would have been even cleaner, but this is still pretty clean overall, in my opinion, right? So still looking pretty good on that. I think this will play out. I think you can kind of see it here too. I do think this will play out, and this is essentially the bearish version of this is what played out and made us fall down here earlier, which, as you can see here, you have a shoulder here, you have the head here, and then you have the shoulder right here, right? So that was the bearish version of this, which is the regular head and shoulders, if you will, and this is the inverse one, right? Same concept, just it flipped, played out, and then we fell all the way down here, and now essentially is doing the opposite of this, but down here, which is the bullish one, and then we hopefully off of that rally, break out of this downward channel, and essentially move up. So the main thing that you want to honestly see is, on top of course, breaking out of this downward channel, like I said, around 930, is you want to see 940 turn into support. 940, you can see, has been quite a resistance for us, right? You know, breakthrough here, failed. Finally got it over here, but we broke back down under pretty quickly. You know, failed again here, failed here, failed here, failed here. A lot of resistance at this 940 level. So we want to definitely break through that and turn this 940-ish level into support. Once that happens, I think that's a really good sign. So that's essentially what we're eyeballing, and we're just inching closer to it every single day. Will it happen today by the market close? It might, honestly. I don't think it will, though. I don't think it will. I think Monday. I think Monday might be the day where it might actually happen, if Monday is a true follow-through day of Friday, like it usually is. I think that'll be the day where we can finally push above, break out, push above 940, turn 940 into resistance or support, and I think that's going to be perfect. So that's kind of what I'm eyeballing here. But either way, guys, looking pretty good. I'm again, like I said many times, I'm overall bullish. It seems bullish. The chart seems bullish, and I'm feeling good about it. So we'll see what happens with that. But either way, thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you guys on Monday. Give you guys more updates, of course, and my thoughts on what I'm thinking. But yeah, other than that, thank you all so much for watching. Just be careful that this isn't a bear trap, or sorry, a bull trap. This could also very well be a bull trap. There's still about almost 3 hours left in the day, so easily could be a bull trap into a potential bear trap, into a rally, into the market close. So that's also very possible. But either way, thank you all so much for watching. See you guys for the next one. Peace.